House of the Dragon is an upcoming American fantasy drama television series created by George R.R. Martin and Ryan J. Condal for HBO. It is a prequel to the television series Game of Thrones and is based on Martin's 2018 novel Fire and Blood. The series chronicles the beginning of the end of the House of Targaryen. House of the Dragon received a straight-to-series order in October of 2019, with casting beginning in July of 2020 and principal photography beginning in April 2021 in the United Kingdom. What do fans think of the show? Will it be as good as Game of Thrones? Before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. What do fans say about House of the Dragon? HBO's Game of Thrones marked a turning point for genre television, proving even casual fans could enjoy a sprawling fantasy epic, assuming the story contained the right elements. Part of what drew so many viewers to the show was the complexity of its characters. Their motives could hardly be boiled down to concepts as simple as right and wrong, and that's why fans loved them. Even though the original series is over, HBO has a number of spin-offs in the works, including a prequel about House Targaryen. House of the Dragon is the furthest along in terms of production, and it boasts a similar approach to characters as the original series. What do fans say about the new show? We managed to get a few fan reactions. Eileen Daly Hicks on Wiki of Thrones Facebook page said, "Read the book 3 times. Very hard to comprehend. Have to use charts. The prequel will have lots of dragons like 10. There will be Targaryens flying into battle on their dragons. Battles where dragons battle each other. Not sure how HBO will handle all the incest, as like 5 reigns have brothers married to sister. Wondering how the average fan will handle the show without reading the book. HBO will have to simplify it. It'll be great." Mark S. Johnson, currently reading the book Fire and Blood, which this show is gonna be based on. So if it lives up to the book hype, it's gonna be a great show. Dianca Rock, "It depends on how much GRRM is involved. They better pay him his worth and keep him on as a screenplay writer. That's all I have to say." Nick Quillen, "It's hard to say GOT was amazing and GRRM has published a lot of Targaryen lore, so I'm just excited to see what the new show brings." Bernard Kai, "Sure, because it's already been written to the end so they can't make a horrible fantasy diarrhea ending like S8. Enrica Vaca, "It will be great in terms of story depth and also of fights between dragons. I'm certainly optimistic that this show will be more loyal to the book. Also, I'm definitely hoping that Balerion the Black Dread has the most majestic scenes ever." Gerardo Lorenas Galdhart Lorenats, considering the statements made by Olivia Cook, where she says that this new show won't depict violence against women when violence against everyone has always been a part of this saga, they seem to be taking a PC route and it will be hardly on the same league as GOT. Hovo Asatrian, "It has the potential, but will people's hearts accept and love it as they did with GOT? GOT was a phenomenon and it is hard to repeat such success." Matei Bobes, "Probably since they aren't restricted to follow the book's storyline, I hope the new characters will be at least as good." More about the House of Dragon. In November 2018, George R.R. Martin, creator of A Song of Ice and Fire, stated that a potential spin-off series would be solidly based on material in Fire and Blood. By September of 2019, a Game of Thrones prequel series from Martin and Ryan J. Condal that tracks the beginning of the end for House Targaryen was close to receiving a pilot order from HBO. The following month, House of the Dragon, which is based on Martin's book Fire and Blood, was given a straight-to-series order. Condal and Miguel Sapochnik, who directed the episode Battle of the Bastards, were selected to serve as showrunners. Sapochnik was also hired to direct the pilot, as well as additional episodes. The series takes place during the reign of King Viserys I Targaryen, ultimately leading to the Targaryen Civil War known as the Dance of the Dragons. The project is a reworking of the rejected spin-off concept of Game of Thrones writer Ryan Cogman, on which HBO officially passed. HBO's House of the Dragon is set 300 years before Daenerys Targaryen, Emilia Clarke, sets out in pursuit of the Iron Throne. Based on George R.R. Martin's Fire and Blood, the series will follow the Mother of Dragons' ancestors, Aegon II and Rhaenyra, as they feud over the very same seats. This leads to the Dance of Dragons, a civil war between the Targaryens that managed to sweep up the other great houses of Westeros as well. In Fire and Blood, the Dance of Dragons begins when Viserys I leaves his first queen, Aemma Arryn, after she fails to give him a son. When his next wife, Alicent Hightower, succeeds in doing so, her eldest child winds up pitted against his stepsister for the crown. From the sound of it, Queen Hightower will stop at nothing to see her son on the Iron Throne. With her and Rhaenyra both vying for power, House of the Dragon will have one important thing in common with Game of Thrones: its ambitious and layered female characters. On his personal blog, George R.R. Martin stated, "I expect to be involved in House of the Dragons to some extent, and who who knows, if things work out, I may even be able to script a few episodes as I did for the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones. But let me make this perfectly clear. I am not taking on any scripts until I have finished and delivered Winds of Winter. Winter is still coming, and Winds remains my priority, as much as I'd love to write an episode of House. The cast. Paddy Considine is Viserys I Targaryen, the King of Westeros, known as a warm, kind, and decent man. Viserys was chosen by a council of lords to succeed Jaehaerys Targaryen as king. Emma Darcy is Rhaenyra Targaryen, Viserys' daughter by his first wife and chosen heir. She is a dragon rider who expects to become Westeros' first ruling queen. Millie Alcock portrays young Rhaenyra Targaryen. Olivia Cooke is Alicent Hightower, Queen of Westeros, the daughter of Otto Hightower, Viserys' second wife, and Rhaenyra's stepmother who has children of her own with Viserys. Emily Carey portrays young Alicent Hightower. Matt Smith is Daemon Targaryen, an experienced warrior and dragon rider, Rhaenyra's uncle and Viserys' younger brother. Rhys Ifans is Otto Hightower, Alicent's father, the Hand of the King, who serves Viserys and the realm. Steve Toussaint is Corlys Velaryon, the Lord of House of Velaryon, also known as the Sea Snake and the most renowned seafarer of Westeros. Eve Best is Rhaenys Velaryon, a dragon rider also known as the Queen Who Never Was and the wife of Lord Corlys. Sonoya Mizuno as Mysaria, a foreign-born slave who rose to become Daemon's most trusted ally. Fabian Frankel is Kristen Cole, a skilled swordsman and the Dornish common-born son of the steward to the Lord of Blackhaven. Graham McTavish is in an unknown role. What do the characters have in common? Although House of the Dragon takes place much earlier than the Game of Thrones, it's likely to have much in common with the original series. One similarity that will definitely exist between the two shows is how they treat their characters. Olivia Cooke, who will play Queen Alicent Hightower in House of the Dragon, told Collider that her character is as morally ambiguous as Daenerys or Cersei, Lena Headey before her. What's amazing about the Game of Thrones, like we saw on the past series, is that one season you hate a character and the next you absolutely love him and will go to the ends of the earth for him. You just don't know what you're going to get with these characters. They're so well written. Such is the human condition. You can do some horrendous things, but then you can also do some wonderful things as well. It's very complex, and it's not black and white at all. Most Game of Thrones fans had no idea who to root for as the show progressed, and that's likely to prove true with the House of Dragons as well. Is that something you really enjoy about the show? Release date. HBO is yet to set an official release date for House of the Dragon. However, the network confirmed that the Game of Thrones prequel will arrive sometime in 2022. The series started filming in April of 2021, so fans should probably not expect to see the first episode until the latter half of 2022. Game of Thrones changed the television landscape, and it'll be interesting to see how House of the Dragon follows up on its legacy. From the sound of it, it might become HBO's next big hit. Could viewers find themselves counting the days until it's released? Let's hope so. That's all we have for you today. Are you excited about the House of the Dragon? Feel free to leave a comment to let us know. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check back for our next video. Until then, take care.